Alrighty, welcome back. We got game number 2 of this 4-game series between the Rockies and Astros. Leading it off for the Rockies, playing second base is DJ LeMahieu. Batting second, playing left field is Holiday. Batting third, playing first is Helton. Batting fourth, playing right field is Walker. Batting fifth, playing center field is Gonzalez. Batting sixth, playing first base is Atkins. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Story. And batting eighth is doing the catching is Chris
Iannetta.
Iannetta. And on the mound doing the pitching is Jeff Francis. And now the hometown Houston Astros. Leading off, playing center field, CC Sedonia. Batting second, playing second, Biggio. Batting third, playing first, Bagwell. Batting fourth, playing right field, Hidalgo. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Correa. Batting sixth, playing left field is Lee. Batting seventh, playing third base is Bergman. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Gaddis. And on the mound doing the pitching, batting ninth is Kyle. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started, folks. And to lead it off for the Rockies, DJ's batting .278 with a homer and 1 RBI. And this is DARRYL Kyle's first appearance of the year. And in 1997, he was 19-7 with a 2.57 ERA. Here's the pitch to DJ. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. CC's got it. Out number 1. You see Houston's got 2 more games here at home against Colorado. Then they go on the road, take on San Francisco. Matt Holliday comes to the plate batting .200 with no RBIs and no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be well hit. See where this ends up at. And that ball is going to be hit into the gap in right field off the wall for a 1-out double. And Todd Helton comes to the plate. And Todd's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike Todd out. Big out there. Holiday stays put. Now there's 2 outs for Larry Walker. And Walker's also looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 4. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Home run, Larry Walker gets the Colorado Rockies a 2-0 lead here. Gonzalez up. Versus batting .235, no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to CC, but the 2-run homer by Walker. Colorado 2, Astros coming to the plate. CC, Biggio, and Bagwell do up. CC batting .200. And this is Jeff Francis's first start of the year. And in 2007, he was 17-9 with that wicked 4.22 ERA, which is in this league, folks, is terrible. So let's see what happens here to Francis. Start this game off with CC. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. Nice play there by Iannetta. He makes a fine play. He fires down the first for out number 1. And that brings up Biggio now. And Biggio, he is batting .100 on the year with no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 2. And up to the plate now is Bagwell. And Jeff's batting .500 on the year with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Atkins. 1, 2, 3 goes the Astros. To the top of the second we go. You've got Atkins, Story, and Iannetta due up here. Atkins is batting .250 with no homers and no RBI. That's going to be a fly ball out to CC for out number 1. And Trevor Story's up now. And Story looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 5. And he gets it. He squares this one up, folks. Where's this going to land at? That is the question. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. And that'll be a 1-out double. Story's in scoring position for Ionata. And he is batting .250 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Kyle walks him. Might not have been a bad idea. That brings up Jeff Francis. And this is Francis' first plate appearance. And in 2007, he hit .118, no homers, and 3 RBIs. So give him the bunt sign here. And that's going to be a nice bunt back to the pitcher. Kyle's up with it. He throws over the first with Biggio covering. And both runners will advance. We got second and third now and 2 outs. We're back to the top of the order. And Mr. DJ LeMahieu. DJ flew out to center's first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Kyle. Keeps it a 2-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the second. Hidalgo, followed by Correa and Lee do up here. And Hidalgo is batting .286, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Story at short. Over to Hilton for out number 1. And Carlos Correa comes up batting .250, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Francis' first strikeout of the game. And it's up to the other Carlos Lee now. And he's batting .143, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Holiday. 1, 2, 3 goes the Astros. To the top of the third we go. You got Holiday, Todd Helton, and Walker due up. Matt's 1 for 1 with a double and came around the score in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short for out number 1. And Todd Helton comes to the plate. And Todd, he is 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bergman at third. Over to Bagwell for out number 2. And here's the man with the 2-run homer back in the first, Larry Walker. And he's done it again, folks. Larry Walker is on fire. And that ball is high. That ball is far. 2 homers and 2 plate appearances today. And it's Larry Walker 3. Houston, nothing. And now you've got Carlos Gonzalez up. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kyle comes back, strikes him out after the homer. But the Rockies lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. And the bottom part of the order due up here for Houston. Alex Bergman is batting .167 with 1 homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Francis with his second strikeout of the game. And that's going to bring up Gaddis now. And he is batting .167 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. 36 and an 8 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's another nice play. He fires down to first for out number 2. And can Kyle help his own calls out? His first plate appearance of the year in 1997. He batted $124 with no homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. 1, 2, 3. The Astros go down again. To the top of the fourth we go. Atkins, Story, and Ionata due up. Atkins 0 for 1. And he's 0 for 2. That's a big swing and a miss for out number 1 here. And Trevor's up now. And Trevor, he doubled back in the second. And that's going to be a base on balls. Trevor's on with 1 out, and you can see the team comparisons. Colorado 1-3 with 57 strikeouts, 14 walks, 15 doubles. Houston 2-2, 29 strikeouts, 30 walks, 18 doubles, and 2 triples. And Chris, he walked his first time up. That's going to be against the righty. 18 with a runner on first. And that is going to be an infield hit. And now you got first and second. And only 1 out. And Francis is going to try to bunt him down the second and third. Francis, he had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. 63 out of 32. That's going to be bunted down the first. Bagwell's got it. He throws over the Biggio covering for out number 2, but the runners do advance. Got runners at second and third. 2 outs for the top of the order. DJ is 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty. 18 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Nice catch out there by Hidalgo. Just robs DJ of at least a single and probably 2 RBIs. He keeps it a 3-0 ball game. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The top of the order due up here. CC, Biggio, and Bagwell. CC is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Not this time, folks. The second time through the lineup might get ugly here against the lefty of 9. And that is going to be a 9 and a 4. That's going to be a single in the right field. Larry gets to it, cuts it off quickly. CC took a big turn. Put down by 3. He stops at first. And that brings up Biggio now. And Biggio is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 count. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Walker. He makes the catch this time for out number 1. And that brings up Jeff Bagwell. And Jeff, he's 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first. And not this time. He squares this one up, folks. Where's this one going to land at? In Houston. And it's going to land out there in the bleachers as Jeff Bagwell just hits one and kiss it goodbye. And it's a 1-run ball game, 3-2. Now you got Hidalgo up, and he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 and a 34. 40 and a 34. And that's going to be strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to him. And that's going to be another rare play, a 23 and a 40. 23 and a 40. And that's going to be ball 1. So now we got a 1-1 count on him. He's working him hard here. 1-1 count. So 1-1 count, nobody on, 1 out. And here's the pitch. And he takes a walk. Nice job by Hidalgo. He worked the count that time, gets himself on base. Tying run on first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Carlos is 0 for 1. Correa, he struck out in the second. And not this time, folks. And they're starting to get to Francis the second time around. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And that ball is going. Kiss it goodbye. And the Astros take a 4-3 lead with another 2-run homer. And Francis is getting lit up here in the fourth. And now you got the other Carlos up. Lee, he's 0 for 1 today. And he's going to be 0 for 2. That's a fly ball. Holiday's got room out there and left to make the catch for out number 2. And Bergman comes to the plate. And Alex, he struck out back in the third, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. He's down at first now. And Gaddis comes to the plate. This is the 8th batter to come to the plate here. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the catcher his first time up. Not this time, because kiss it goodbye. Another 2-run homer. And just like that, it's now 6 to 3 Houston. And Francis is getting prominent. Kyle comes up. They're going to let him pitch to Kyle. Unbelievable. The gopher ball is killing him. Kyle is 0 for 1. He flew out to center. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Francis had a 3-0 lead going into the 6th. And Astros double that and make it a 6-3 ball game as 9 batters come to the plate. And we go to the top of the 5th. You got a Holiday, Hilton, and Walker due up here. And Matt is 1 for 2 with a double. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Carlos fires over to Bagwell for out number 1. Todd comes to the plate now with 1 out, nobody on, 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kyle's 5th strikeout of the game. And Larry Walker comes up. He's a perfect 2 for 2. Walker with all 3 runs driven in today. 2 homers on the game. Can he get number 3 here, folks? Nope, that's a big swing and a miss. Larry's trying to hit a 3-run homer with nobody on, and they finally get him out. Colorado goes down in order. 1, 2, 3 to the bottom of the 5th we go. And we're right back to the top of the order as 9 batters came to the plate back in the 4th. CC's now 1 for 2, singled in the 4th and scored. And that's going to be against the lefty. 2 now. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And that'll get the bullpen up. They can't wait around here too much. So that brings up Biggio now. And Biggio comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out to center and right. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 2nd. They'll get the lead runner. CC's out on the 4-6 put out. Biggio down at first now. And Bagwell's up. And they're going to do a little hit and run. Try to stay out of the double play here. And that's going to be against the lefty. And 11. Right, yep, 11. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Biggio is going to get down the 3rd, folks. So runner down at 3rd, 1st and 3rd. Hidalgo's up. 1st and 3rd. 1 out. They're play back for the double play. Hidalgo's 0 for 1. He did walk and come around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Walker's got a cannon out there. So that'll be a 33 and a 3 will be fielding column 1. 1st and 3rd. And that'll be a 49. And a 32 so that should be like a 62. Yep, a 62 or lower. Biggio scores, and he scores. That's a sacrifice fly. That makes it 7-3. Now there's 2 outs, and Correa comes to the plate. And Carlos is 1 for 2. He had a 2-run homer back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gonzalez in center. That'll end the inning, but the Astros tack on another one. It's 7-3. So we go to the top of the 6th. You got Gonzalez, Atkins, and Story due up. Carlos is 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. CC's out there today. And that's going to be a damn nice catch. Made it look easy, but that was pretty difficult. Takes a hit away from Carlos. Now we got George Atkins up. Garrett Atkins, rather. Garrett's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And Trevor Story comes to the plate. And Trevor's 1 for 1. He has a double and a walk. And that's going to be the first time they get him out. That's a ground ball down to Biggio. Over to Bagwell. The Killer Bees get the last out. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-3. Houston, you got Lee, Bergman, and Gaddis due up. Carlos Lee's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3. That's a fly ball out to Walker. For out number 1. And Bergman comes to the plate now. And Alex is 0 for 1. He did walk and come around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Holiday. For out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And Gaddis comes up. And he's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Francis. 1, 2, 3 goes the Astros. To the top of the 7th we go. And we're going to have an Iannotti do up, a pitch hitter for Francis. And back to DJ. Chris is perfect. 1 for 1. He's walked and singled. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kyle strikes him out for out number 1. That'll be it for Francis. As he gets it through 6 innings. And let's see who's going to come out of the dugout here and pitch hit. And Eric Young's going to come off the bench. See if he can get aboard here. He's a perfect 2 for 2, I think, in pitch hit duty. See if he can do it again here. Yep, he's batting 1,000. 2 for 2 with a double and no RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty, a 17. And that's going to be a nice catch out there by Lee to rob Young of his 3rd hit of the year, folks. Nice play, Carlos Lee. Takes a base hit away from Young going down the line. Now DJ's up. He's 0 for 3 today. Flown out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a grounder down to Bergman at 3rd. Over to Bagwell for out number 2. Sorry, out number 3. And we make it to the 7th inning stretch. It's 7-3. See who's going to come out of this bullpen. This bullpen is used up, which I knew it was going to be. That's going to be the kind of year this is going to be. It's going to be hard to manage this bullpen. Very hard to manage the bullpen. Let's see who's pitched lately. How about Reed? Where's Reed at? Looks like it's going to be Reed, probably. Steve Reed's going to come out of the bullpen here. So we'll go with Reed. And this is Steve Reed's 2nd appearance. No record with a 9 ERA. He'll be facing Kyle. Then back to the top of the order in CC. And Biggio. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 1st. And a 46 and a 4 with Todd down there. That'll be fielding column 1. And that'll be a nice play by Todd. He takes it himself. Steps on the bag for out number 1. And now we're back to the top of the order in CC. And CC is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Walker for out number 2. Colorado's schedule. They got 2 more games here in Houston. And then they go home to take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Biggio's 0 for 3. And not anymore as he squares this one up against Reed. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And just like that, he's got an assurance run in scoring position. And Biggio is at second. Bagwell at the plate. Bagwell 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Trevor at short. Fires over to Todd, and out of win the inning. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still a 7-3 ball game. You've got Holiday, Hilton, and Walker due up. Matt is 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. CC makes the catch for out number 1. And Todd comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 3 today. Struck out twice. Not this time. He drives that ball into the gap off the wall. Bounces off the wall, and that's going to be a 1-out double by Todd Hilton. Larry Walker comes to the plate now. And Walker's 2 for 3. He has 2 homers in this game, folks. 3 RBIs. And not this time. They're not going to take a chance. They walk him. That brings Gonzalez to the plate here. And Gonzalez is 0 for 3, and that'll get the bullpen up now. The bullpen will be getting up here in the top of the 8th. Let's see who will be getting up. You'll be having Wagner getting up, and Smith. Dave Smith and Wagner both getting up. The righty and the lefty. And here's the pitch to Gonzalez. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kyle strikes him out for out number 2. And it's up to Grant Atkins here to get something going. He's 0 for 3. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Bergman. And he'll fire over to second to get the force at second on the 5-4 put out. And that ends the threat. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-3 Houston. And that'll be it for Kyle. Reed's going to be facing Hidalgo, Correa, and Lee. And Hidalgo's 0 for 1. He has walked and driven in a run. He has a sacrifice fly. That's going to be a rare play, a 25 and a 40. He's had that a lot today. 25 and a 40. That'll be hit out to right field. Larry Walker's out there. And a 65 and a 3. He might boot this one, folks. A 65 and a 3. Yep, that's fielding column 3. 25 and a 40 was an 8. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Batter to third on air. F runner scores. And he's going to score. That ball bounces off the wall, rolls on that AstroTurf. So that's a single. That's an E9. And the batter scores. How about that, folks? That's crazy. That is a little league inside the park home run. That is nuts. Completely nuts. Now there's nobody on, nobody out, and it is now an 8-3 ball game. And Correa's up. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. And that's going to be against the righty a 20. 20. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field for out number 1. And Carlos Lee comes to the plate. See what he can do. He's 0 for 3 today. And he's going to be 0 for 4 as that's a swing and a miss. Reed strikes him out for out number 2. And now you got Bergman up. Alex is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And nice play again by Chris. He fires down the first. But the big error gets a run in. We go to the top of the 9th. It's an 8-3 ball game. Let's see who's due up here. Got the righties due up. So Dave Smith's going to come in the game. A 5-run game. And try to nail this game down here for the Astros. As Kyle goes 8 innings, 6 hits, and 3 runs. And this is Dave's second appearance of the year, third appearance of the year. He's got 2 saves, but this ain't a save opportunity. And no ERA. Story. Iannato and a pitch hitter for Reed due up here. Trevor 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Miss strikes him out. Round number 1. And now you got Chris up. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and walked and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty. 22 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Biggio's got it. Nice play for out number 2. And now that'll be it for Reed. See who's going to come up here now against a righty. They have no lefties on the bench. They need some base runners. And Ellis Burke's going to come off the bench here. See if he can get on. Where's Ellis at? There he is. And Burks is batting .417 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And he's done it again, folks. Let's see where this ball lands at. That ball is high. That ball is far. Ellis Burke homers off of Smith. How about that? And now it is a 4-run ball game. Ellis Burks with a pitch hit homer here in the top of the 9th. And Gaddis comes to the plate now. And get the right team. We're back to the top of the order. And DJ, sorry about that. DJ comes up 0 for 4. Down to the last out. Down by 4 now. 8 for 4. And that's going to be against the righty at 22. And he settles down, gets the ground ball to Biggio, fires over the first, and that's your ball game. Houston wins 8-4. No problem in Houston today. Take a look here at the scorecard and the box score. And for the Houston Astros, 8 hits, 8 runs, no errors. Very productive with the hits. Rockies, 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And Larry Walker with a nice game, 2 for 3 with 2 homers. Ellis Burke with that homer. And the Rockies were only 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They left 6 men on base. And the top of the order did the job. CC 2 for 4, Bagwell 2 for 4, 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position, but they got the job done. Bagwell, Correa, and Gaddis all with 2-run homers in that 4th inning when they scored 6 runs. They only left, how many men? Only left 2 men on base, folks. They was very productive. Francis, 0-1, goes 6 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, walked 2, struck out 3. Reed comes in, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 unearned run, struck out 1. And KILE gets the first win of the year. 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 homers. And Dave Smith comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout, and 1 home run. Now let's take a look at the standings and leaderboard here in the National League. The Mets lead the Braves by half a game. Washington's 2 games back. Phillies 2.5, and the Marlins 3.5. In the Central now, you got Pittsburgh and the Brewers are tied. Houston and the Cubbies are a half a game back. And the Cincinnati Reds and Cardinals are a game back. And out west, the Giants are a half a game up on the Dodgers. Arizona a game back. San Diego a game and a half. And the Rockies are now 2.5 games back. And Paul Molitor is leading with a .560 average in the National League. Sammy with 7 homers and 12 RBIs leading the National League. ERA leaders at 0. 2 pitchers with 2 wins, Rocker and Codwell. And 5 pitchers with 2 saves. And Sammy's leading in MVP voting. John Rocker's leading in the Cy Young. And the next game on the channel is going to be game number 3 of this 4-game series. Take a look here on April 5th. And it'll be Jasmine going up against Mike Scott. So it'll be a nice pitching matchup here. See how it turns out. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost a dime. Hit that bell. And on your way out of Houston, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.